Abandoned cities stretch throughout America and are rumored to be extra eerie. There are many more creepy towns in America than you think, especially once you get into the more rural areas. Creepy, whether due to historical events, rumors of paranormal activity, or more macabre enough to send chills down your spine. Now, if you're brave enough to visit or to spend the night at these creepy towns, here's our look at the top creepiest small towns in America. Villisca, Iowa. Villisca is a town in Montgomery County, Iowa, United States. It is most notable for the unsolved axe mass murder that took place in the town during the summer of 1912. Who brutally murdered 8 people while they were asleep in their beds on June 10, 1912, in Villisca, Iowa? We'll probably never know. By now, the murderer has taken their gruesome secret to their grave. Many are convinced that the house is now haunted. The spirits of the victims of the symbolic trauma of an unsolved tragedy go on and on and on. The house changed hands a few times over the past 100 years, and the reported ghost encounters just keep accumulating. Barrington, Illinois. Barrington is an ideal destination for paranormal fans looking to get off the beaten path. Located a little more than 30 miles northwest of Chicago, this little slice of suburbia is sure to get your heart pumping once the sun goes down. Once you're there, drive out to Cuba Road, where residents have reported mysterious white orbs floating among the tombstones and metal gates of the old cemetery. And just to give you further chills, the old stone schoolhouse was reported to be abandoned after a child killed his parents in the residence. It's said that the ghost of the child often appears sitting on the front step with a knife. You might want to stay away from this creepy town. Cairo, Illinois. A once booming Mississippi River town with a history of racial violence is now eerie and mostly abandoned. Situated at the flood-prone confluence of the Mississippi River and the Ohio River at the southernmost point of Illinois, the port town of Cairo boomed along with the steamboat industry. Today, however, the historic downtown area, once bustling, is now filled with crumbling brick and plywood-covered windows. Cairo has been decaying for decades, and currently the business district is virtually totally boarded up, tumbling down, and razed. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. The little town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, has a population of just over 4,000 people, but it has an extraordinary number of creepy stories. Before there was a town, the area had a bloody history, but the most famous paranormal activity in the Point Pleasant area involves the sightings of the legendary Mothman. The sightings of this strange creature are thought to have predicted the collapse of the Silver Bridge that resulted in the death of 46 people. Today, sometimes mysterious movements and shadowy figures are seen in the historic State Theater next door, especially near the wall shared with the old hardware store. If for some reason you might want to come to Point Pleasant to investigate ghosts, you want to stay in the historic Lowe Hotel, which is also said to be haunted by playful children, a former maid, and a sea captain waiting for a boat. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Nashville, Indiana. Drive 20 miles west of Nashville and straight into Indiana's backcountry to get to the only building still standing in what was once a small mining town called Story. The Story Inn, which sits at the edge of Brown County State Park, has been one inconvenient location since 1851, according to the B&B's tagline. But the inn's ghosts don't seem to mind the locale. The establishment's star spirit is the Blue Lady. Believed to be the wife of the original village settler, Dr. George Story, she is said to appear if you turn on a blue light in one of the rooms. You'll know she's been there if you find a random blue object or smell cherry tobacco. Centralia, Pennsylvania. Burning for over 50 years, Centralia, Pennsylvania's mine fire certainly seems like the fiery lair of dastardly demons and spirits. What's more, the fire heats the groundwater to boiling temperatures, causing steam to rise from the ground. On certain days, this gives Centralia's landscape an unsettling, misty appearance, straight from a horror movie. Centralia is clearly an abandoned place. Most of the residents left long ago, leaving only trace signs of their lives there. Centralia, PA has more people buried there than it has living residents. That fact alone is unsettling. Is Centralia, PA haunted? Some people certainly believe so. That's all for this video. See you soon in our next video. Stay tuned.